Hey, and welcome to the Big Bear Homestead. Today, we're talking incubators. Incubators, a very important tool on the homestead. You can't be guaranteed that your hens will go broody and sit on them for you. Then you can't guarantee that she's gonna be able to keep them safe to be able to hatch them out. There's lots of predators out there, coons, possums, snakes. I don't know how many times our heart's been broken because we've gone out there to check on a mama hen that went broody, and she's gone, but there's a big old black rat snake right there with a belly full of eggs. So, an incubator is a homesteader's safe, secure way to increase his flock, whether it's ducks, chickens, turkeys, quail, dove, pigeon, whatever it is that you have on your homestead. An incubator helps you increase your flock. Now, there's all different types of incubators out there. You've got your big commercial grade ones that they use at hatcheries that hatch thousands upon thousands of eggs at one time. You have grades under that. You have your dickies like what we have, and you also have your classroom styrofoam incubators. Plus, you also have your homemade incubators. Shoot, that's how we got started. We started with an upright freezer, downloaded some plans off the good old internet, and made a upright freezer into an incubator that was pretty successful. But we switched over the years. It started to get to the point where it's a little bit more maintenance than we cared to do for us, so we switched to the dickies. Now, whether you're using a homemade incubator or the styrofoam incubator, one of the things you may want to consider is getting an automatic egg turner. They're a little bit pricey. I think our Feed and Seed carries them from anywhere from $25 to $75. It's been so long I can't remember exactly what it cost us. Because if you don't have that, then you're constantly going to have to go out there every 4 or 6 hours, at a minimum twice a day, and turn eggs and move your eggs around so that way they'll hatch. I don't really know the scientific reason behind it, but basically they have to be moved. So with an automatic egg turner, it'll turn them for you and keep the eggs warm all the way around so that way it hatches. But anyway, back to what we have. We've got the old Dickies incubator. As you can see, it's a decent size, so you're going to need some space. But it's not humongous where it needs its own wall. We have it just literally up on a stand with a brooder box that we got from Mr. Dickey as well. He gave us a pretty good deal, so we went ahead and bought them. But if it was me and you didn't, see, we live right down the road from him. If you got to pay shipping, his brooder box is very simple to make. You can make one on your own for half the cost probably. But back to his incubators. It's got a 3-lock door hinge. Boop. You've got your water tank up on top that feeds to a tray that holds the water that does the humidity inside your incubator. And it has like a regular old styrofoam toilet bowl float in it that regulates the water in this tray. You have 2 egg trays and 2 hatching trays, and then you have a small catch-all tray on the bottom that catches the eggshells and yuck and nastiness that you got to clean out once you do a hatching round. Now we set ours up. Our top tray is for our smaller eggs, our quail. We don't have dove or anything, so really for us it would only be quail, but for you other guys, for your doves and pigeons and stuff like that, that's what these trays here are for. As you can see, they've got very small tongs to hold the smaller eggs. And then our second tray is for our larger eggs, our chickens, duck, turkeys. Now, goose eggs won't fit in this, neither will an ostrich, but those eggs are stinking huge. You got to get different holders for them. And then you would have to definitely use the top tray for those eggs. Then on the bottom you have your hatching trays. Now, with the hatching trays, your chickens hatch right around 21 days. So at day 19, 20, you want to move your eggs from your egg trays down to your hatching trays. So that way when the bird hatches out of the egg, he doesn't get caught in the moving gears, or he doesn't take a Geronimo off of the shelf here and bam, no more chicken. Now, I'm not saying he's going to die every time, because we've had some that hatched early on us, and they've been stuck way in the back there just kind of hanging out. So, but you'll hear them cheeping. Quail is right around 17 days. So day 15, 16, you want to take them and move them down to the hatching tray. And that's pretty much it. That's one of the reasons why we went to this Dickey's. Now, we have an a digital thermostat here in the front that tells us our humidity percentage and our temperature. With me flopping the door up and open, I've lost a little bit. But we're at 52% humidity right now and 96 degrees Fahrenheit. You want to be right around 99 to 100, and your humidity in the beginning, you want your humidity high, around 75%. And you can adjust all of that to adjust your thermostat and stuff's all over here on the side. Now, back here to these trays. And my daughter's going to show you here as she comes in how to put your eggs in these trays. The pointy side has to go down. So you have to put your pointy side down. And then you want to try to keep all the ones that you're putting in on that day all together, because you can put a lot of eggs in here. So you may do like us. We take a couple of days of laying, hold them off until we've got, 2 dozen. So it may be a day or two, and then we put those in. And then we'll skip a couple of rows while these are going on, and then put the next batch in the back. Like we'll start at the front and then move to the back and then work our way towards the middle. We do that with the quail and stuff too. Now, as you can see, the major difference between the chicken eggs and the quail eggs, as you see her putting the quail eggs in the tray. Once you got them in there, you close the door. You come over here to the side where Carol Ann is. You watch her. She's flipping the switch. She's moving the trays to a 45 degree. Once they get to that 45 degree, she takes the switch. From pushing it up, she pushes it down. And as you can see, it's taking your trays back to the rotated position where it was last at when it stopped. And then it starts its rotation of moving the trays from that position. So that's, believe it or not, in an eggshell, that's about it on incubators. They're really, really simple. There's nothing to stress out, worry about. Your biggest thing that you have to keep in mind is temperature and humidity. You keep those going, and you remember to, if you don't have an automatic egg turner, you remember to turn your eggs at least twice a day, and to move your eggs out of the automatic turners into hatching trays when it's a couple of days before they're supposed to hatch. You should be okay. If you have any questions, please comment below. Do us a favor, please subscribe. Don't forget to check us out at the web on www.bigbearhomestead.com. We're running into some issues. We're trying to upload that first podcast that we've been promising you guys, but our web host can't hold it. So right now we're switching, trying to get everything locked on with iTunes to get it up. As soon as it's up, we'll let you guys know. We'll probably let you guys first know via the Facebook page. So please give us the old like on Facebook. And as always, thanks for coming by. Have a nice day.